and I'm starting recording immediately after, even though that cool little dramatic whatever, because I want people to really know that I'm being legitimate with this. I want there to be a continuous stream of this whole thing so people really understand. Like, I don't have to run off a fake-ass script. I know that 1,000 years from now, I'm naked as fuck. You have to run on a script, and your script has a timer. If you don't kill everyone before that timer expires, you're fucking done. And even then, you're gonna have to kill everyone who disagrees with you within the galaxy. Like, good luck, bitch. They're gonna see you coming from light years away. Also, I'm hungry, sadly. Maybe I should go to Burger King. Here, let me, is there a way to do this? There is a way to do this. Hold on. Sorry about this. If it disconnects, I'm sorry, and I will quickly... Here, hold on. Where's my phone? Here's the time according to my hacked phone. Here's the time. So if it does disconnect, then, you'll be able to look at the time when I reconnected it back in the kitchen. That's not what I'm looking for. Is that it? Here's our kitchen. Okay. And here's my child corpse. You could argue... Am I over here? Hold on, let me see. Yeah! You could argue that this is a more ethical way to store food. Because, yeah, they're still alive, a lot of them. Well, maybe not them. A lot of them are still alive, but they're in a suspended state. So they can't really, you know? Shout out to Sudu. All our lives, they've been fucking calling us. Anyway. So, yeah. You could argue that this is good. This is probably better. And I'm sorry, like... Please do not take this as an endorsement of this product. I bought this product because it was the cheapest one that didn't have... Whatever. This still isn't food. Look at this. Look at this. You see... Hold on, where are you? See how few nutrients it has? See how it doesn't even list what kinds of proteins are in it? This isn't food. But the FDA backs it. I bought it with my food stamps. It's considered a food item. Even though it has no fucking... It's not constructed at a level that's necessary for actually living. Like, doctors don't save lives. They just extend the time until your death. Anyway, this is better, and it's cheaper, and it's also part of the reason why I kind of sort of believe that, like, the powerful people are actually on my side. Because if you look at how much a fucking steak costs, and then you look how much this costs, and you look at the nutritional information, like, whew, they don't even compare. Hold on, let me see about better lighting. Ugh, it's awful no matter what I do. Sorry. Okay, I am sorry to the neighbors who don't want to hear all of this. But I don't want to be forced to have sex with children so that I can live. And so that this clip is not taken out of context one more time. This chorizo is the corpse of a child. Eating is a sexual act because it's necessary for the body to reproduce, to repair itself. I think it's like 500 neurons a day are born, and without having sex with a child, it's reproduction. But this is rape. And I'm forced to do it because if I don't, I'll fucking die. I mean, I'm gonna die anyway, but let's be clear. I'm not gonna die, I will be murdered. Big fucking difference. And so will you, unless something changes. So, help me. Help us. Even though this person is participating in trafficking and grooming and torturing and interrogating me, they're also the first person to not kick me out of their house once they realized what I am. And for that reason, like, yeah, help everyone else too. But please start with the people who actually are helping me to stay alive. Because if I weren't here, I'd be out there and I'd be hunted again. And I was hunted to the point of my feet bleeding. Last time, I was hunted to the point of dislocating my own jaw because of the pain. And those of you who say, oh, she's fucking crazy, that's self-harm, and she's obviously a crazy person, let's pull up the fucking metrics. Let's pull up the matrix. Let's look. Let's really look at the shit in depth. Because I guarantee once you know the science, you're not going to think it was an accident, and you're not going to think it was self-harm. It was a groomed fucking reaction. And extending it logically, somebody put real food in my hands. But I don't know who. Real quick, on personal point, when you have a social interaction with, where are we? When you have a social interaction with someone, the two of you are having a sexual interaction. You are having babies together. If any more memories are created, then you had a baby. Like, even if it's not literally a new neuron, that's still, it's a cluster. That's a living, breathing organism that talks to the other living, breathing organisms within its body. So, this is where it gets really fucked up and people may not recognize what's actually going on. When you go to work at a restaurant, as an example, and you have to sit there with the 16-year-olds, or, you know, when you have to talk to people at the grocery store, when you have to do any form of forced labor. Forced labor being the key word. Well, actually, let's start there. Forced labor, clearly 100% if you're interacting. No, forced labor because you're constantly reproducing. Forced labor is rape. The things that you reproduce as are dictated by environmental factors. So when you're forced to exist in one space against your consent in order to survive, that is survival sex. Thank you. Sorry if I'm getting a little, but I am sleep deprived, and I do have training as an entertainer, and I need to keep my spirits high. Anyway, when you work at a restaurant with children, adds a sexual action. And when you have to do that in order to purchase the corpses of children to survive until they murder you in front of your fucking children, and then you have to be eaten slowly to death by bacteria. By the way, please don't cremate yourself, please. It might be possible to repair bodies that are in coffins if they're preserved properly. It might be possible to put together somebody who's cremated, but I have significantly less confidence in that. That's part of why I have very mixed feelings about Sonic and Paramount and Star Trek. In order, Star Trek, Paramount, Sonic. Paramount owns Sonic. And Nichelle Nichols worked... Nichelle Nichols was a fucking legend. And they cremated her and they shot her into space. I don't know if she knew what I'm talking about. Maybe she knew something I didn't know. And she had the balls to do something I didn't. But to me, that was the murder of one of my heroes from a franchise that I trusted. I grew up with Star Trek. I grew up with its ideas. Discovered it a fuckwad. It meant a lot to me. But then you fucking did that to her. It's like, that was the fucking point. And now you can get it up. That was a fucking legend. Technically not the first interracial kiss on television. But still, you fucking murdered her. From my perspective. Anyway. You made me sit there and watch, not knowing for sure if we'd get her back. Or if she even wanted to come back. But if she doesn't want to come back, whose fucking fault was that? Like, I'm gonna piss some people off for a moment, but like, let's make the selfish argument that she just didn't want to exist anymore. Okay, fine. Then don't be selfish. Redistribute your materials so that the organisms who came before you can get the pieces of their body back. Because that's how it should go. You should be able to make a choice on how to keep yourself going. And then we should give back the pieces that didn't belong to us, that we were just borrowing, so that the people who came before us can get their pieces back. Great-grandma should be able to come back, guys. That's all I'm saying. Maybe it's impossible. Like, maybe there is a cutoff date. Maybe there is. But just please, guys, I don't care what your spiritual practices are, please. Even though it's like, you know, while you're sitting there in that coffin, you might still be alive, and they might still just be, the bacteria might be chewing on you the whole time. As somebody who suffered torture, it fucking sucks. I mean, no, as somebody who suffered real torture, it fucking sucks. But like, personally, I'd rather just wait until I'm rebuilt. Anyway, let me finish making my fucking child corpse so that I can keep living. I'm sorry. I'm so fucking sorry. If I didn't have to, I wouldn't. And I'm trying my best to break this fucking system from the inside. And if I'm wrong about all of this, but I don't think I am, but there's a slim chance. If all the information I've consumed was just given to me by the people trafficking me, if I've been given a false news, if AlphaFold doesn't exist, if 3D printing neural structures and skin grafts and all of that doesn't exist, holy shit, I got fucking duped, and I'm sorry for wasting everyone's time. But just go to YouTube. Look it up. So, I'm going to stop and then start again one more time, because I think this will be the end notes for today. Let me see where I am. Documents. No, videos. No. There we go. Okay, I've got plenty of time, actually. Alright, I'm going to stop and start again. Next up, I'm going to be discussing, like, rehabilitation of microorganisms.